Hungry, a Marvel fanfiction written by 107th Infantry. Peter, do you know why I called you in today? The kindly old counsellor Miss Pullet asked, her purple cardigan draped over the back of her chair. The room was closet-sized, typical of a public school, the anti-bullying posters plastered the walls where the shelves and binders ended. My friend gave me a bag of chips, attempted Peter. They both knew it was more than that, but Peter wasn't able to cough up the whole story. Since his transformation into Spider-Man, he needed double or triple the calories of a normal person. Unfortunately, it would be noticed that he packed a lunch that large, so his friends divided a plan. Ned and MJ would pack a lunch and then get free school lunch, covertly pass their extra food to him throughout the day. MJ was great at this. Ned, on the other hand, had gone a bit too far today. Ned leaves to give you 2 bags of chips and 3 cafeteria apples today. She looked at him expectantly. I was unaware that there was a rule against that, responded Peter. He was in the right there. Sure, it was unusual, but he'd be done in time for chemistry. Miss Pullet leaned in. Honey, it's nothing to be ashamed of. I see it all the time. Is everything okay at home? Yes, thank you. Peter shifted in his chair. Not sure where he thought this was going. Suddenly, those posters were very interesting. Would you mind if I called home just to make sure? Okay. He didn't want to make up that chem test, and May already knew about this. She half condoned it, as it took so much to get him fed for dinner. Miss Pullet took out her landline and dialed a number from the binder. She didn't have it on speaker, but he could hear everything with his improved senses. Beep, beep, beep. Hello, this is Mr. Stark. To whom am I speaking? Shit, Peter froze. Miss Pullet, I'm a high school counselor from Midtown High. Your son Peter in here just wanted to make sure he was doing okay at home. Not his son. He should definitely not have his boss as his contact. Who even authorized this? May. Definitely May did this. Mr. Stark laughed. His grades are impeccable. Kid might be smarter than me. He's doing fine. I'm referring to your financial situation. And of course the counselor was going to be clueless. He'd taken a cursory glance at his file and ran with it. Deep breaths, Peter. In, out. In, out. Do you know who you're talking to? He sounded actually amused. Yes, I understand he does this as his aunt most of the time, but she is listed as busy during this time. I wanted to ask if you would be interested in a few of our food insecurity programs. Tony's voice suddenly became serious. Hand the phone to the kid. Sir, this has nothing to do with your parenting. There are plenty of ways we can help. Hand the phone to the kid. Reluctantly, Miss Pullet motioned for Peter to take the phone. He took it after a moment. Her voice on the other side was intentionally calm. He probably assumed Peter hadn't heard the urgency in his words a moment ago. Peter, are you okay? What is this about? He glanced at Miss Pullet. It may be related to the other thing. The other thing? He understood. I've been getting some extra food from Ned and MJ because I get hungry. Aunt May knew. I kind of assumed you'd call her. My God, your metabolism went up? How much do you need to eat? I should have thought of that. Peter could practically see Tony rubbing his face in his hands. More than Cap? You've got energy bars for that. Peter, I'm so sorry. What? Peter didn't expect that. For what? I'm fine. You're hungry. The lab. Tonight. No excuses. Peter rolled his eyes, even though Tony couldn't see. Fine. You better not have rolled your eyes. Peter smiled. Can't prove it. The next day, Peter was full, all day. He had about 6 energy bars, and they kept him from the hunger that had apparently not been normal. Tony sent cookies for Ned and MJ every Wednesday.